Out there, hiding in the remote sodden bush of Jonglei state, are tens of thousands of people. They're survivors of violence between the Murle and the Lo Nuer. Reports from survivors who've made it out say they urgently need help. We hope to find them. The regional hub of Pibor is only accessible by air or on foot. UN peacekeepers do what they can to help the handful of people who walked here, but they're soldiers, not medical workers, and apart from a few dressings and drugs, there's little they can offer the survivors. Rhoda Nanyumen clears the ground for her new hut in nearby Gumaruk. She's a Murle sheltering with a friend. All 7 of her children were killed when the attackers raided her village deep in the bush while she was searching for firewood.
The attackers were Lo Nuer. The dead bodies were ladies. Most of the children weren't found, which probably means they were abducted.
Lucia Chileo is another survivor. She escaped with her children when the Lo Nuer attacked with guns and spears, but 14 members of her extended family did not.
I haven't seen any other relatives who might have survived the attack. If they did, they are still hiding in the bush. I'm waiting here to see if any of them come out for help. It's too dangerous for me to go back.
It is the rainy season here. The roads are impassable, countless rivers are swollen, and even helicopters often struggle to fly. It also means food is scarce. This weather goes a long way towards explaining why we've heard so little about this crisis here in Jonglei. We know from the accounts, the persistent accounts of survivors, that the situation out there is very serious indeed, but it is almost impossible to move across the countryside. This crisis is taking place in the dark. Gumaruk is Murle heartland, and it is now under control of the South Sudanese army. The Murle aren't the only victims. They've raided and killed their Lo Nuer neighbours too. But the Murle have a history of siding with South Sudan's enemies in Khartoum, and they believe they're now being punished.
No, I think that the Murle young people, the Murle youth, have a perception that if they go to the government-controlled areas, that they might be targeted. And I think that is the only issue that is now stopping people from returning back to the centers where they should get humanitarian assistance.
UN peacekeepers do what they can to tamp down the violence. They hope the patrols will discourage attacks, but in this vast, wild and largely unpoliced state, they seem almost powerless.